beautiful people. Psychic Debbie here, hoping you're having a great morning, afternoon, or evening. Yay! I'll be talking about Neptune entering Aries January 26th, how it's going to change the next 13 years, how it's going to change us through wealth, love, health, spirituality, how and it's going to affect you. So I'm also going to do your Zodiac soul mission for the next 13 years at the end. I will give you some information, just a couple words of what you're going to be working on, what they're wanting to bring to you, what you're going to, your challenges and your spiritual gifts are going to be coming. So that's going to be towards the end. Yay! So a lot of people are on here saying hi to Diddy. Deb, she said there was a big pile ups in Michigan due to snow and blowing winds. More than 100 vehicles crashed, including many semis. So I predicted that there would be a lot of pile-ups and that there were going to be huge pile-ups, and that when there was going to be snow, I was saying stay home if you can. So prayers to all those people, and thanks, Deb, for telling me about the pile-up. And a lot of people emailed me about the train accident. I think it was it Spain or Sweden, something like that. I knew it started with an S. Sorry, you guys. Thank you for that. A lot of people are emailing me about the predictions that have come true, and a lot of them came true this last week. So a lot of prayers to people. Hi, Bella. Hi, Les. Hi, Doc. Ultimate. Some of these names. Christina from Spain. Wow. Hong Kong had a 22-story high fire, lots of deaths. See, fires, fires, fires. I'm telling you guys. Sorry about that. So I'm going to put Hong Kong on there. Got to put that on my... I haven't had time to do a video, but I'm going to do a prediction came true video this weekend, and then I'll put that up. So, and then people that have seen the beautiful video that I did with Hillary Nixon, she's on the talk here. So if you got some questions for her, or how to get a reading from her, or healing from her, or one of her crystal things, and if you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's me and Hillary. We're talking about the celestial light and energy work and things like that. So. And Rose from Australia. Fantastic. Susan. Hi, Debbie. How are you? I'm doing fantastic. The Star Witch 444 says hi. Fantastic. A lot of beautiful people on here. Hey, Kat Kramer. That was the video. Okay, so yays or nays on it? Or, yeah, her crystal creations are dreamy. Yeah, they're very, very powerful, and they're very beautiful. And she makes them with that selenite and copper, but she also does healing work around it. It's not just the crystals that she's making. She, meditates and does prayers in a crystal room, like a salt room for you and all that stuff. So, yeah, it's really powerful. Hello, Patty from Queens, New York. So the vibration, yeah. Yes. So, Traveler, thank you that you get to watch from live. And Crystal Cook from New Zealand. Hello, Kiwi. Hello. And Quebec, Canada. A lot of beautiful people here. Train accident was in Spain. Prayers to them. Yes. Thank you, Annie. Big sun flares. Yes. I mean, the Aurora Borealis, like I was telling you guys, a lot of that going on. So look in the sky if you can. Thank you, Kathy. She says they look beautiful in blue. Okay, so there's a lot of information here. I'm going to go through my little spiel things while you guys are talking on the chat. There's Denver in the house, and for Wisconsin, a lot of people will be on here. Okay, so if it's your birthday, we got Peanut wants to say happy birthday if you got any birthdays or coming up this week. So happy birthday for that. All right. And thank you for connecting and watching our show. So Peanut's saying that. If you're wanting to get a reading from me, please go to my website, psychicdebbie.com, to connect on there. Okay. For scheduling. If you're wanting to buy the paid prediction video, that's where you would go is psychicdebbie.com. Debbie.com. Oh my God. I don't know where I'm at. And schedule a reading, go to that, book a reading, and go to the scheduling, and then it should be in there. And then you'll click on it. You pay the $20. It's only $20. You click on that, and then my husband will send you the video within 48 hours. Okay? So thank you for all the people that have bought it and watched it and connect to it. So thank you for that. If you're wanting to send me a card or even donation or gifts or whatever, please send it to my P.O. Box at 1961 North C Street, P.O. Box 5882, Oxnard, California 93031. If you send something, let me know. We always check it every Thursday, and then I open it up on Thursday night for the prayer. The prayer this Thursday is going to be your guardian angel. Okay, so we're going to get prayers from the guardian angel. So it's going to be a really strong, powerful prayer this Thursday, 5 p.m. Pacific time on this channel. Okay, and if you're like, I can't donate, I can't da-da-da-da, that's okay. But please like, comment, subscribe, share. That helps me out just as much. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate all you beautiful people. Okay, so what was I going to say? I don't remember. I got too much going on. Oh, this, I forgot who gave this to me, but isn't this beautiful? This smoky quartz necklace I got from one of my beautiful readers, people watching, and I opened it on the Thursday. So this is some of the beautiful stuff I get from you beautiful, beautiful people. Thankfully, I talked to her today, did a reading for her, and she's like, I highly recommend a reading with Debbie. Thanks, Lee. She's going to start doing her work too. So I love that. I love that. Isn't that beautiful, Christy? Yes. Yes. Okay. Juanita, hello. Have you been on here for a while or not? I haven't seen you, but I've been, doing my show. So, okay. So I'm going to kind of read this stuff off to you. And like I said, at the end, I will go through each zodiac sign and give you like 3 words of what's going to be coming up to the next 13 years for you, your soul mission. This is a really, really powerful time. I was talking about, even check out my other video, the 2 Earths. If you haven't seen it, go to the live and then click on the 2 Earths. I'll put links on here. But last week I was talking about how Neptune was going to enter Aries January 26th, and that it was the marks of the beginning of something very rare and something very powerful. And then I said you could look back 7 years or you could look back 20 years. And someone was like, how do I know the 7, 20, 13? And then I kind of started talking about something else because I had a bunch of stuff and it went over the hours. So that's why I'm talking about it this week, so that you guys know what's coming up in the next 13 years. That's not just for you, but for the world. And it's going to be big, big, big. I'm just going to keep on going big and bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay. So like I said, it's going to be something very rare and something very powerful. So the shifts are going to start happening, people. The shifts are going to start happening. Not that shit, the shift. The shift. You are going to shift. People are going to shift. The world's going to shift. The people that are not going to allow the changes to happen, the ones that are in the fear, worry, and doubt, or are okay with everybody, in control, and that they're going under their rules and regulations, it's going to be really hard for them. It's going to be really hard for them. So if you have a hard time changing or growing because you want to try to control it, then these 13 years might be really hard for you. Making sure that you feel safe and worthy to go through these changes, because we're all going to get together. I'm seeing, and I've been telling you beautiful people this for a while, that I feel that 85% of the people are going to come together, and then we're going to go against the rules, the kings, the leaders, the government, and all that stuff. And that's what's going to be happening in the next 13 years. Spirituality is going to be huge, 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 huge. That's why I was telling you beautiful people, if you're going to start a business of doing readings, healing work, anything with the metaphysical, anything with the new age, anything with spirituality, anything with frequency, vibration, sound, and water, anything and that kind of the right brain kind of stuff, that's going to be on top. That's going to be trying to be on top, and people are going to let go of working for other people. I'm not saying that, everybody's going to have their own business. But if you are wanting to do something with the spiritual business, this is the time to do it, because mark my word, in 2028, especially by 2030, you're going to be drowning with millions and millions of other people trying to do the same thing. So if you got a base or a foundation and you got like beautiful people like this that are that's going to be, they're going to hold on to you because they're going to like you and they're going to follow you. I'm not going to say they're not going to follow other people, but it's going to be hard to get noticed up there. Okay. So fantastic. Kathy says there's 258 people in the house. Thank you. Okay. So Neptune takes about 165 years to go around the zodiac. And when it changes signs, entire generations feel it. Entire generations feel it. Okay. It doesn't just shift moods. It changes with humanity, beliefs in what you believe in. So like religions probably are going to go down, or religions are going to bring that spirituality. They're going to bring that, Hinduism is going to be really popular, or like the yogi, that kind of stuff. Okay. Or they're going to bring, maybe the Catholic religion is going to have to be like, okay, yes, our, Jesus was born on the Pegasus, winter solstice or whatever, connecting the two together. So, change is what people dream about. Change is what people are dreaming about. It changes what we're willing to sacrifice for. And Aries, the first sign of the zodiac, brings something even more radical, rebirth. It ignites your dreams, brings courage, revolution. Okay? Neptune is a planet of dreams, spirituality, illusions, and collective consciousness. Okay? Aries is the sign of action, identity, fire, warriors, pioneers. What you guys say I am, I say I is. All right? So when Neptune moves into Aries, humanity begins a 13-year cycle of redefining what to believe in and what it is willing to fight for. We are no longer just dreaming. We are going to act on our dreams. And so that's why I was telling you, beautiful people, if you're wanting to start something, this is the time to start it. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I'm not saying do it right now. It could be in 2026 or 2027, but by 2028, you're going to be so happy that you did. Okay? Listen to your insight, because that's what I'm saying is it's not going to be the corporate worlds anymore. We're going to try to pull those apart. Sure, could there be big businesses and people working for you in that space? Yes. But they're going to work for you because they love it. You're going to love it within. It's going to fill their soul. You're not going to do it just because of the money, just because you're going to pay the bills. Okay. You're going to be connecting to what your soul purpose is, what your path is, what your passion is. Okay. Yes. Okay. So, we're acting on our dreams. All right. This is not a soft spiritual cycle. This is a spiritual uprising, like the phoenix rising is going to be coming. Am I trying to scare you? No. What I'm doing, again, is whatever doesn't serve you anymore, to be in your joy. Remember, highest vibration. To be in your joy, to be in the love, what you love, your passion, okay? Your purpose. You're not going to hold on to those anymore. And you're not going to have people dictate to you, oh, you need to do this. You're going to go, well, my soul doesn't say that. My soul says this. And am I saying that this is going to happen right away? No. You're going to have major choices the next 2 years. Okay. So that's why I'm saying by 2028, there's going to be a big realization. There's going to be a big aha moments. Oh, I know which way to go. Okay. If you get it sooner than later, great. But does it mean that you're doing it wrong? No. That's the thing that they're going to, that the Neptune is going to try to, in Aries is going to try to do is like, you don't need to be perfect. You're already perfect. For your soul, your purpose, your life, you're already perfect. If you don't feel like you're perfect, then that's someone else's story. Okay? Okay, so in the past, Neptune and Pisces, which we are finishing now, was about disillusion. It blurred boundaries. It had blurred boundaries. It was kind of going, fifth dimension, third dimension, fifth dimension, third dimension, going back and forth. It exposed deception. It created mass confusion, but also mass awakening. A lot of you beautiful people have been awakening, right? People woke up spiritually, but many felt lost, overwhelmed, addicted, anxious, or ungrounded. Now Neptune moves into Aries, and the energy shift from I'm awakening to I am becoming, or I is. I is. I, Debbie, is. happy, healthy, whole, and complete. I, Debbie, is spiritual. I, Debbie, is intuitive. I is going into that space. Hi, Marby. So, it's in that space, right? I already started unloading crap in my life, Care Bunny says. Fantastic, fantastic. Yes. So, okay. Now a lot of people are, should I look back 13 years? Should I look back 7 years? Or should I look back 20 years? To understand what this means, this is how it's going to work. The Neptune cycles in waves. It's up and then it goes down. So it's going to be, and to me, what the way Spirit showed it to me was the infinity sign. Goes like this. The energy comes off to you, comes back, goes back like this. So that's why people are saying that there could be karma. It was like what you put out into the world might not hit you yet, but it's going to hit together. It could be really big, or it's going to come back to you to relearn the lesson and to go out into the world again. Okay. So the 13-year period is one full Neptune sign cycle. That's the main timeline, but there was also important checkpoints inside that cycle. All right. 13 years ago, shows you the last time Neptune was in Pisces, right? Goes into Pisces. When this whole spiritual awakening began. 7 years ago shows you the midpoint, when things started to destabilize and break apart. So what happened 7 years ago that things were falling apart? 7 years ago, I moved here to this apartment and I started the YouTube thing. So that's what happened with me. It was like I let go living in Burbank, then came to Oxnard. My husband came from Montana because he was living in Montana while I was living in California. He came down. So yeah, things are apart. There's going to be changes. Okay. There's massive changes. So what happened to you 7 years ago could be the derivative point of what could happen this year or 7 years into this. Okay. So that could be changes. You could have changes now, and then you could have another change 7 years from now. So what changes happened to you 7 years ago? Kind of ask that and answer that in your mind's eye is what could be happening now, and what happened to you 13 years ago. Where was the dialogue? What was the change at 13 years ago? Okay. 13, 14 years ago. And then what happened 7 years ago? All right. 26 years ago shows you when the seed of this entire transformation was planted. So 20 to 26 years ago, I met my husband, got married. My stepdad died, moved to Montana. I mean, I could just tell you so many things happened 26 years ago, right? So, I mean, it was like his mom passed away, his sister passed away. There was so many changes. So what happened with you 26 years ago? All right. That was the seed of this massive transformation that is happening in your life now. Okay. Some people are saying, I don't remember. I really did a bunch of healing then. Fantastic. So then you're probably doing a bunch of healing now, or it's going to bring the prize, the gift, the box, the presence of all your healing work. It's going to, maybe it's getting you to that space of your dreams are coming true. Okay. So it could be in that. Someone put down changes. Turn and face the strange changes. Yeah. The songs. Yeah. Hi from Georgia. Hi, Tammy. So yes, 7 years ago was COVID. Okay. So there was the COVID thing, right? Changes. A lot of changes for you beautiful people. All right. What did you get from that? Sorry for if you had lost people, but how did it change in you? It's trying to heal you. I don't want you to look at the things that were bad. I want you to look at the things of how it's changing you from getting out of the body of you where the fear, worry, and doubt lives into the truth of you, the spirit of you, the soul of you. I hope that makes sense. Okay. Kelly says, gotta love David Bowie. Okay. Kelly says 7 moved to my last house and new career for the hubby. So that's what could be happening now or 7 years from now. Okay. Yes. So, 13 years ago, I moved from one side of the state to the other. So there could be that. What did you learn from that 13 years ago? And that could be the changes that are going to be happening in the next 13 years. All right. I retired from the Canadian Armed Forces. Fantastic, Bella. Wow. Okay, so thank you, Celtic Sea. You're saying I look good in this blue. Okay, so for most people, 2011, what am I talking about? 2011, you guys, sorry. 2011, 2012 was when the spiritual fog lifted. My son graduated high school, and that's when I started, in 2012 is when I started this business, was 2012, believe it or not. Very slow. I did part-time, and that's when I worked at the thing. So that's when Spirit was like, okay, Debbie, you need to do your thing that you were showing in your near death, okay? That's when people began questioning religion, systems, reality, money, and truth. 2018 and 2019 is when the world started to cracking. So people were saying, like, the COVID, right? And now in 2026, Neptune moving into Aries says, enough confusion, now we're going to act. We're going to act on what we need to do, okay? So if it was big years and you had a lot of lessons learning, you're either going to get the gift this year or you're going to have that massive changing again, okay? So Judith said that she had breast cancer and her mom passed away. So what lessons did you learn from that, Judith? What was the spiritual awakening in you? You probably were like, I'm not doing this anymore. Time can go away really quickly. There's something that you learned from it. All right. So Jennifer goes, 7 years ago, I gave birth to my surprise. You're 40 and pregnant, baby. I realized the urgency of my new life, realizing my husband would soon die. He died 2 years later. 13 years ago, my son was born. So see, look at the growth that came from that. Look at the growth that came from that. So yeah, really, really big. So crazy, right? So this new 13-year cycle is about taking everything we learned in the last 13 years and turning it into a real world change. So that's the world is going to change. The world is changing, people. So what does this bring for humanity over the next 13 years? This is the era of the spiritual warriors, all right? People will no longer quietly accept lies. We will see massive movements around truth, sovereignty, consciousness, and freedom. Governments, corporations, religions, and financial systems will all be challenged because Neptune in Aries dissolves false authority. We're going to take it back. I said this on the Next Level Soul. I said to Alex, in the springtime, the people are coming together. There's going to be 85% of us are going to come together. Doesn't matter if you're left or right, up and down, wrong or right, what do you believe in, I'm going to say 85% of us are going to come together and go against the rulers, the governments, Am I saying that's going to happen right away? But you're going to see big chunks of it going that way because they work for us. We don't work for them. And that's the way it's been kind of going the last 13 years, right? That's what they were saying is the fog is lifting of like, wait a minute here. The money that you're using to do what you want to do is our money, kind of thing. So we're having a realization of like the lies are going to be shown. Okay, the lies are going to be shown in the next 13 years. Neptune in Aries dissolves false authority. People stop worshiping systems and start trusting their inner fire. Okay, and isn't that funny that Spirit is saying your inner fire because this is the fire, the horse fire year of the Chinese horoscopes, which I will be doing that, and then I'm going to have videos where you can pay like $8 and I'm going to give you a lot of information for your sign. So that's going to be coming up. People will no longer quietly accept lies. Oh, okay, I said that. This doesn't mean chaos. It means courage. I'm not saying that the world is falling apart and but we're going to be into our truth, our independence. This is worldwide. This is not just the States, people. This is Australia, New Zealand, Africa, Canada, Greenland, Iceland, Europe, okay? This is everybody. This is the age where people stop waiting to be saved. This is powerful words. This is the age where people are going to stop waiting to be saved. Like, what are we? Oh, okay, we'll listen to you. We're done. You did a terrible job. Now, us people, we, the people, are coming together. This is the age where people, okay. Wealth and Neptune in the Aries era. Money itself is going to be redefined. Okay. Neptune rules illusion and Aries rules independence. The combination brings a breakdown of old money systems and a rise of self-directed wealth. People will not want to rely on governments, employers, or institutions for survival anymore because we can't trust it. 1 minute you have it, 1 minute you don't. 1 minute you have the food stamps, now you don't. 1 minute you have the insurance, now you don't. So we're tired of this back and forth of them, dictating, playing Muppets, puppets to us and da-da-da. So we will see more independent creators like you beautiful people, okay? More digital and decentralized money, more spiritual entrepreneurs, like I was telling you beautiful people, more than you realize, okay? More people monetizing gifts, healing, knowledge, art, and intuition. So the right brain. So it's almost like the world has been playing off the left brain, and now we're going to the right brain. The creativity, the art, the music, the sound, frequency and sound and vibration. Like they showed me in 2004, so almost like 22 years ago, they showed me, and I wish I connected to it then, but they're probably going to bring it to me now, even more now, of how the frequency, vibration, sound, and water are going to be the healer. That's what's going to create the prosperity to you. That's what's going to create the healing to you. That's what's going to create the love to you. That's what's going to create the whole thing. Everything is going to be connected to that. Okay. Wealth will come through courage. People who take risks, align with their soul, will thrive. Those who cling to old systems will feel unstable. They'll feel extremely unstable. This is the era of I create my own money. Thank you, but no thank you, because you keep on yes, no, yes, no, yes, knowing me, or the society so much. And like I said, this is not just the States. This is everywhere in the world, right? Everybody's thinking this way. It's like there's no security. And if we create our own money, create our own space or da-da-da-da, helping each other and other people helping us, then we're going to feel secure. Okay, so we want to become our own bank. The big wigs won't be able to dictate the system. Lots of innovation, trying our different systems to create the exchange of energy. Right. December 2018, my life completely changed. Heavy lessons, deep healing journey. Uranus kicked my butt for the last 7-8 years. Thankfully, leaving my sign in a few months. Fantastic. But learn from that growth. Look at what healed you. What did you let go? What did you let go? It's like the next 13 years is we're going to find our diamond. We're going to find our gold. Whatever you think is, we're going to find our soul. We're going to find our purpose, our path. If everybody did their path, their thing, if you watched me on the Next Level Soul, I was explaining it to Alex that everybody is like we're a big clock and we all are part of the clock. And if one is off, even if it's this teeny weeny little screw that falls down, it's going to affect everything else. So we're going to make it so that we are so secure in, even if we're the little screw or the big wheel or the handle or the number or whatever, and that when we do our purpose, our path, our lesson, and we are in joy and we're in happiness with it and we love it and we have passion for it, that clock is going to last forever and ever and ever. And we're going to pass it down to generation to generation to generation instead of passing down broken systems. Okay. All right. Health and body. Neptune rules the immune system, sensitivity, and subtle energies. Aries rules the physical body, especially the head, blood, and nervous system. So, some people are going to be nervous in the next 13 years. But maybe we heal that stress, or maybe we're going to have more healings or miracles made around depression or autism or maybe Alzheimer's or dementia or MS. All those kind of things we're going to be creating cures. We're going to see it in a different perspective. where it can make us happy, healthy, whole, and complete again. Okay. So health in this area becomes about mind, body, power. We will see huge breakthroughs in energy medicine, nervous system healing, trauma release, frequent-based health, and spiritualized medicine. We're going to take a lot of the West, the pills, Now we're going back to the roots, right? Now, instead of getting the pills, we're going to go out and get the milk thistle, or we're going to take the dandelion and make our own dandelion tea, right? We're all the sprays, right? We're not going to use that anymore. We're going to use the garlic or the flowers to get the bugs away, right? So all that, the plastics, a lot of the plastics are going to go away, okay? Just think of it. It's going to be really powerful. For some people, it's going to be a hard change. For other people, it's going to be like, finally, it's about time kind of thing. Yeah. All right. Love and relationships. Neptune in Aries brings soul level courage and love. People will no longer accept relationships that drain them, confuse them, or keep them small. And that's going to be family, that's going to be friends, that's going to be work, that's going to be the government, that's going to be the king, that's going to be the leaders. Okay. This cycle brings more soul aligned relationships, more people leaving toxic partners, more sacred sexuality, more spiritual partnerships. Love becomes brave again. People will fight for love, but they won't beg for it anymore. Okay? Because you're going to love yourself enough to say, I don't need to be with someone that's controlling me or demising me or trying to make them feel better. That control is going to start. I'm not going to say it's going to be completely gone. No, but there will probably be about 20% left and 85% of us being in our power. Okay? This is the air I choose love that matches my fire. This girl is in fire. Okay, so, yeah, love becomes brave again. People will fight for love. They won't beg for it. This is the era I chose love that matches my. So if you're loving yourself, you're going to attract someone that loves themselves. If you're stable, they're stable. You're not, they're not. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. You're right now, Debbie. What does that mean? That would be awesome. Okay, spirituality. This is one of the biggest shifts. This is going to be the biggest shift, you guys. Biggest, okay? Spirituality will no longer be passive. And a lot of people aren't going to be like, oh, get away from me. I mean, me being in my 60s going, oh my God, I don't have someone chasing me down the road. I've literally had people chasing me down the road because of my spiritual work I did or healing I did because they didn't believe in it. It's like, oh, so you do psychic work or you're a medium or you're a healer or you can help with blockages. I get people now going, what? Could you help me? You know, instead before people would be like shunning me and, you know, not believing in what I do. So I'm already seeing the shift. I don't know if you guys are or not, but to be finally accepted for this ability since I was born, that to me is a beautiful change. Okay, spiritual will no longer be passive. It will no longer be about sitting quietly and waiting for enlightenment, okay? It becomes embodied, activated, and revolutionary. So, like I said, this is a revolutionary of the new age of Aquarius, like that kind of thing, you know what I mean? Everything's going to be around spirituality. People are going to believe in the crystals, the frequencies, and the vibrations. I mean, I could just go on and on and on, all right? We will see spiritual leaders rising, new religions and new philosophies, conscious activism, psychics, intuitive, healing gifts becoming mainstream, okay? Neptune in Aries creates spiritual pioneers, people who walk their truth, even when it costs them everything. Healer. And that's what Spirit said to me. I was supposed to help you beautiful people help people find their spiritual truth. When the Spirit or the entity said that to me, I was like, what the bleep and bleep and bleep does that mean? Now I know what she means, okay? So there could be some things that's going on now that you're like, I don't understand that. Definitely, I would say probably within 2 years, but definitely in 13 years, you're really going to know about that. And you're probably going to work in that area, okay? Rick says, I see the shift and it makes my heart so happy. Hello from Spooner, Wisconsin. I know where that is. So, yeah, fantastic. Okay. 7 years, I decided a long time was not the right one and traveled to England and met my Canadian husband. Long story, great life shakeup. Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay. So, the global stage, what's going to happen globally? Neptune in Aries historically coincides with revolutions, uprising, and new identities for nations. Okay? Countries will redefine who they are. Borders, leadership, and power structures will be challenged. We will see new alliances, new beliefs. Okay? Breaking down old empires, the rise of people, power, and movement. This is the age of we the people. And I thought this was so funny because when Spirit was like, this is the age of we the people. 2026, this is the 250 year of the United States. And what does it say? We the people, right? So this is the age of we the people now, not them, okay? It's going to be in that space. When I heard that sentence, we the people, I was like, what? Wow. I love that. Margaret gave me $20. Thank you, Margaret. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Miss Peanut says thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you so much, Margaret. Thank you. So, okay. The big message of the next 13 years, okay? Humanity is moving from victimhood to independence, being our own independent selves, okay? Neptune in Pisces taught us that everything is connected, right? Everything is and is everything. So what's going on? You don't have to accept everything that's going on, but acknowledge everything that's going on, especially around you. And then you get to choose what you're going to accept or not accept. And that's what's going to be happening in the next 2 years. That's what's going to be happening in the next 2 years is a lot of choices. And some people are not going to like the change. Some of you beautiful people are not going to like the change. Or it's like finally, where people might have been saying that person is not right for you. That husband or wife or partner or whatever is not right for you. And then all of a sudden you're going to see it. Like, oh, I understand now. Or why you took that job. Or you're going to be in your power to say, oh, thank you for that job. It paid the bills, but now I'm going independent. Or maybe I'm working for someone that thinks like I do or visualizes the world the same way I do. Okay? Yes. I've been doing self-healing Qigong. Love it. I have no doubt in my mind I will be doing Qigong for the next 13 years. Fantastic, Vera. I love that. I love that. Gloria's going, interesting, Debbie, interesting. I know some people are probably like, what? We will let go of holding on to things. Yes. A lot of clearing. So that's why I was telling my daughter who does, organizing and helping people clear the junk from them and making their lives easier. We are going to be doing that. We're going to be getting a lot of our knickknacks we're not want to buy them anymore. We're going to be connecting to the crystals, to the herbs, to the oils, to the frequencies, to the sound, material things. Sure, having a beautiful home in the car or the flying car or, because we're going to be quantum jumping too. We're going to be learning how to quantum jump. We're going to be learning how to remote view. There's going to be a lot of things that we are physically going to be changing also. Okay. So little trinket things, sure, things that we love, but over hoarding and that kind of stuff that's going to be the end thing of like let it go kind of thing. Yep. Okay. So people will stop waiting for permission to live, to heal, to love, to create, and to be free. Over the next 13 years, I want to say that to you, beautiful people. People will stop waiting for permission to live, to heal, to love, to create, and to be free. Okay? This is the era where the soul says, I know there's a reason I'm here. I know that I have a purpose. I know that it's connected to one of my passions, or it gives me joy, or what I love, or makes me feel good. not this 9 to 5 and dredging just to pay the bills. Okay. You know, you're going to find the reason of why you're here. What part of the clock are you? Okay. And I'm going to live it. We're going to live it to the fullest. We're going to be so connected and so proud and so it's going to be accepting of like, you go. If you're like, I want to live in the Antarctic and live in the snow and be with the polar bears and feed them and have them, whatever, we're going to go, way to go, because that's your soul calling. Not my soul calling, but we don't care. Right? We're not going to have this over opinionated, like you're doing it wrong or you're doing it wrong. We're going to come together, like that song, come together right now, right? We're going to be coming together and understanding and not trying to control each other. We're going to support each other. This is the era. If the last 13 years were awakening, the next 13 years are uprising. The phoenix is rising, okay? And every single person on earth will feel it. Every single person on earth will feel it. Okay? So that's that part. All right? Okay. This Neptune in Aries cycle is not something that just happens to us. It is something that we consciously participated in. We put it in our soul contract that we were going to go through this. Okay? It's in our soul contract. This next 13 years is in your soul contract. All right? So, like I said, everybody's going to feel it. Some people are going to feel it that they don't want the change. Some people are going to be like, finally, I'm rising. Okay? Or some people are going to be going back and forth, and you're going to be able to do that. All right? You're going to be able to do that. Patty says, donating clothes and things that no longer bring me joy. I did that a couple weeks ago, or maybe, I don't know, for a couple weekends. I've been cleaning and cleaning and cleaning and cleaning and cleaning. And, I've got so many crystals in my bedroom that my husband's like, I don't even notice, I'm like, and I gave him 3 huge, not little tubs, big tubs of stuff. I was like, okay, store that. And I still got a closet to do. So yes, I'm doing the same thing. I'm purging and purging and purging. Okay. It is something we consciously participate in. What we do now, especially in the first 2 years of this transit, ripples forward for the next 13 years. So if you're allowing the change, allowing your purpose, that's why I was telling you, beautiful people, if you're wanting to do any kind of business, spiritual work, connecting to this new vibration or frequency that's going to be happening in the world, the first 2 years is the most powerful time, because that's going to bleed into the whole 13 years. If you're fighting against this and you're like, I don't want change, you're going to be struggling probably for the next 13 years. Okay. People, and I'm going to try to say this. I'm really not saying this to be rude, but the people that are passing now didn't need to have to go through this change. It wasn't in their chart. Okay. And maybe from their passing, you're learning something to put into your chart for the next 13 years. Okay. So look at everything of like, what's the lesson? What's the purpose of this? Because we're all trying to get into our right spot so that the big clock, I'm using this as a metaphor, can run smoothly without having to oil it all the time and fix it all the time and da-da-da. If we're in our true space, if we love ourselves truly and fully and are in joy and in happiness, then we're going to be happy, we're going to be healthy, we're going to be wealthy, we're going to be spiritual. Then everything is going to flow together. That's how we make peace on earth. Peace on earth, goodwill to man. Okay, so here is how people can work with instead of being overwhelmed by it. Okay, so love, how to work with this 13-year cycle. Neptune in Aries teaches humanity how to love bravely. This is the end of deep held beliefs or, family crap that has been passed down. Deep religions, okay? Trauma bonding and losing yourself in relationships. Over the next 13 years, love must be aligned with identity, with you. I'm going to attract love. It's going to mirror you. So, okay? People who know who they are will find soul level partners. People who abandon themselves will feel lost in love. The best thing you can do is practice emotional independence. Learn to say yes when it feels right and no when it doesn't. Yes, it's that simple. I get it. It can be hard, but it can be that simple. Heal old attachment wounds. Choose relationships that expand your fire and not extinguish it. People that support you. And like I said, I'm really good at finding where you started your blockages and giving you exercises to release the blockages. And then it's up to you to release it or not. Okay. So a love mantra. I choose love that honors my soul and my fire. Saying that to you every morning. Or an affirmation. I, Debbie, is worthy of love that is brave, loyal, and spiritually aligned. So you just say I, and whatever your name is worthy, safe, and worthy. I'm going to say that in there. Safe and worthy of love that is brave, loyal, and spiritually aligned, so that we're spiritually aligned together. Love ritual. You could light a red or pink candle. Write down the qualities of love you are no longer willing to accept. Burn that list safely. Then write down what you are now calling in. Release. Please release me. Let me go. Have a releasing party. Maybe get a bunch of friends together and that paper that you can write stuff on and you put it on fire and it goes into the air. So you can release that, and then you could write on another one what you're wanting to call in and put that into the air. Okay? I hope that makes sense. All right? Okay, so health, how to protect your body and energy. This 13-year cycle demands that we take our ownership of our health. No more ignoring symptoms. No more suppressing emotions. Neptune in Aries says the body holds truth and fire. And when energy gets blocked, illness forms. So if you're constantly ill, you're blocking something. I mean, if you're constantly ill, are you doing it? You want to get attention. Are you constantly, is your foot, like me, got foot surgery? Were you afraid to go forward? Right? So I'm healing my foot. I'm saying, Debbie, you're safe and worthy to go forward, to do your classes, to do, get a bigger empire, a bigger business. Oh my God, I can't even talk. So what is it your body telling you? Like Louise Hay says, you can heal your body, you can heal your life, right? And on her book, it's like, if you got a headache, it means this, or your shoulder, or whatever. Look that up. Okay? The best thing you can do is regulate your nervous system, release trauma, and move your body. Breath work, walking, shaking, grounding, sound healing, emotional release will be the essential tools. Health mantra, my body is wise and I listen to it. Or you could say, I, Debbie, is happy, healthy, whole, and complete. You could do it that way too. Health affirmation, I restore my energy, my immune system, and my life force every day. I restore. I am the highest vibration of my energy, or my immune system is the highest vibration, or my life force every day. So I restore my energy, my immune system, and life force every day. Okay? So health ritual. Soak your feet in salt water and release stress and emotional buildup. Maybe doing that, especially around the full moon or a new moon. Release the toxins. Like how you have those baths that you put your feet in and all that yuck comes out of it. I say you could do it with tea bags too. You get black tea bags and you get those big giant tea bags. They put it in really, really hot water, let it, steam for 20 minutes, put your foot in it for 20 minutes, and it's going to take a lot of toxins out. It'll take a lot of toxins out. Okay, wealth, how to thrive in the next 13 years. Neptune in Aries rewards courage. Money will flow to people who take inspired risks aligned with their soul. This is not the era of playing it safe. This is the era of soul-based entrepreneurship, intuitive investing, and creating income from gifts. What's your gift? Some people it's reading. Some people it's writing. Some people it's talking. Some people it's basketball. Some people da-da-da-da. What is your gift? What gives you joy? Okay? Great from that. The best thing you can do is stop waiting for permission. Learn to trust your ideas, invest in yourself, and create something that feels alive. Wealth mantra, my courage creates my prosperity. Wealth affirmation, I attract money by being aligned with my true self, or aligned with my passion, or aligned with my joy, okay? Wealth ritual. Every new moon, write one bold financial goal. Take one step action towards it within 48 hours. Yes. Stephanie's like, you sound determined. I do. I really want to help you guys for the next 13 years. I'm like, I want to help you guys with this. I want you to be in your truth. I want you to be happy. I want you to be healthy. I want you to be in love. I want you to be spiritual. And these big opportunities coming up, I don't want you guys hiding and going, I can't. Yes, you can. That's why I'm like, oh, right? Spiritually, how to awaken your power. This is the era of embodying spirituality. You don't just meditate, you live your truth. Like I've been talking to you, beautiful people. You don't just pray, you move in an alignment. You don't wait for miracles, you become one. Maybe you're a miracle for somebody else, okay? The best thing you can do is trust your intuition and act on it. Follow your spiritual nudges, speak your truth, and live integrity. Spiritual mantra. I, Debbie, is guided, protected, and activated. My spiritual affirmation, my soul leads and I follow. Spiritual ritual. Light a candle daily and ask, what is my soul asking me to do today? What is the soul asking me to do today? And listen to your insight. And it might say, take a nap. And you're like, what? Take a nap. Because it's probably telling you to rest because maybe something really big is going to come along and it's going to take a lot of your energy. Okay. So now I'm going to do the Zodiac things. All right. So Zodiac purpose in the next 13-year cycle. This could be around your sun, rising, and moon. I'm going to do it in that order. It's Western Zodiac. Okay. So this is your soul purpose in the next 13 years. If you resonate with it, great. If you don't, that's okay. All right. Kathy says, great show tonight, Debbie, as always. Thank you, Kathy. Okay. Carrie says, I love naps. Okay. Each soul has a soul mission during this Neptune in Aries area. Okay. Aries. You're going to be working on your identity, leadership, and courage. You're going to watch out for being burnt out or impulsive decisions right away. Okay. Your blessings is going to be new purpose, magnetic confidence, and spiritual awakening. All right? Taurus, your soul purpose for the next 13 years. I'm going to say this for every sign. Taurus, soul purpose the next 13 years. Working on self-worth, stability, and healing. You're going to watch out for fear of change. All right? Your blessings are going to be financial empowerment, deep love, and being grounded. Your soul purpose for the next 13 years, Gemini, is working on truth, voice, communication. You're going to be watching out of overthinking and misinformation. You're going to see the truth, okay? You're going to let go of the lies. Your blessings is going to be influence, media success if you want to be in the media, and soul connections. Your soul connection to the universal source and soul connection to spiritual people. Okay. Cancer, your soul purpose for the next 13 years. You're going to be working on emotional strength and boundaries. You're going to be watching out for clinging to the past. Oh, this happened to me and blah, 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 blah. You're going to be letting go of that. You're going to be living in the in the present moment. Your blessings is going to be a soul family, emotional healing, and love security. You're finally going to have that security around love. Okay? Leo, soul purpose in the next 13 years. Working on purpose, visibility, and creativity. Creating your purpose, creating your ideas, creating your soul. Okay? Watch out for ego wounds, being wounded. Oh, I got wounded. I'm going to blame it on you. You're going to let go of those. Okay? Blessings. You could be fame. You could have leadership, or you could have spiritual expression. You could help talk about, show about, read about, maybe make a book about expressing about spirituality. Virgo, your soul purpose the next 13 years is working on healing, service, and energy. You're going to watch out for anxiety, okay, having to be perfect. Blessings, health breakthrough, and intuitive gifts, okay? Libra, your sole purpose the next 13 years. Working on relationships and balance. You're going to watch out losing yourself, giving too much of yourself away. All right. Your blessings is going to be soul mates and sacred partnerships. So it's going to be partnerships. It could be a business partner. It could be partnerships with your family, partnerships with your partner or husband or wife or your children, connecting. And that could bring the prosperity, the health, and love to you. Okay. Scorpio, your sole purpose in the next 13 years. Power. You're going to be working on power, rebirth, and healing. You're going to be watching out for control issues. People controlling you, you controlling them. All right? Your blessings are going to be psychic growth, emotional mastery, and wealth shifts. That you're going to be able to shift your wealth to come to you finally. Okay? Sagittarius, your sole purpose in the next 13 years. You're going to be watching out. You're going to be working on truth, faith, and expansion. Could be expansion of love, wealth, or health. All right. You're going to be watching out to escape everything. Like, I'm going to hide. I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to work on that. You're going to stand up and go, yep, nope, okay? Blessings is going to be, you're going to be traveling. You could be teaching. You could be a spiritual leadership or helping other people to get into their purpose or path, okay? Capricorn, your sole purpose the next 13 years. Working on redefining success. You're going to work on your success of love, health, wealth, joy, spirituality. You're going to watch out for overworking. Don't overwork yourself. Your blessings are going to be legacy wealth that you can pass it on down to your family, respect, and spiritual authority. What are you going to believe in, and you're going to let your spiritual growth or purpose come to you. Aquarius, your sole purpose the next 13 years is working on innovation, community, connecting to other people, connecting to their, instead of hiding and being in control all the time, okay? You're going to watch out for detachment. Like, you're going to be like, oh, no, can't be with you guys. I'm going to be in control. No, they're wanting to get you the village, people. They're wanting to, Aquarius, that you're not always in control, that you can let go and be in the village, okay? Blessings, global impact, soul tribe. I think that's beautiful. And success, okay? And the last one is Pisces. Your sole purpose the next 13 years is working on grounding and empowerment. You're going to watch out for illusions because you can be very intuitive. It's like, should I listen to that or not listen to that? Your blessings is going to be a master healer, a psychic clarity, and soul strength. Okay? So those are a lot there. All right. This 13-year cycle is about one thing above all else. Your soul is going to step into your power. You're not going to lose your power to other people. This is what the next 13 years is, that we get back into our soul and into your power. Okay? So anything above anything else, the soul stepping into power. Okay? When people choose courage over fear, truth over illusion, and love over control, the world transforms. And that is exactly what Neptune in Aries is here to do. To get you to your path, your purpose, your lesson, and living your truth. Living your truth. And I love that. I love that. Christina said, Debbie, this is inspiring. Thank you. You're welcome, sweetie. Yep. I love this. It's going to be a work, but it's going to be like that song, cuts like a knife, but it feels so right. That's what the next 13 years is coming in, because you're going back into your power. So try not to be in fear. And I get it. It's going to be different for everybody else. But I think this is really beautiful. We're getting back together. Come together, right? So I want to tell you, beautiful people, remember Thursday is the guardian angel, doing prayers to our guardian angel for love, health, and wealth. I'd love to see you there, or I'll see you next Tuesday. I want to give you blessings and smiles, and remember, be in joy. Be in joy. Until next time, bye-bye.